Welcome back to another episode of the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. I am Jason C. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a very exciting episode today. As you can see, I have this beautiful bottle of Wild Turkey Master's Keep Revival right here, which just came out in June. We'll get into that in a little bit. First, I want to thank Scott from My Bourbon Journey for the amazing live stream we had last night. It was great. It was my first one. We got into a lot of different subjects. We were drinking some great bottled and bond bourbons. It was a lot of fun. I'll leave the link here for you guys to watch when you get a chance. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, leave a comment. I've been talking with a lot of subscribers, getting great feedback, so I really appreciate it. So this beautiful bottle right here, can't wait to get into it with you guys. It's a collector's edition, and as always, before we get into it, let's get a closer look. Alright guys, welcome back. Alright, now that you've had a closer look at this awesome collector's box it comes in, let's talk a little bit about this one before we get into it a little bit. So Wild Turkey Revival is a blend of Wild Turkey Kentucky straight bourbons that are between 12 and 15 years old. These are then finished in 20-year-old Oloroso sherry casks, which imparts, I'm sure, some extra sweetness to it. So I've heard that term a lot, Oloroso sherry. What the hell is Oloroso sherry? So I looked it up, tried to do a little bit of research. So basically, the Oloroso sherry is a bit different than the traditional sherry, as it's aged differently, and also kind of produces a darker, nuttier sherry, which Eddie Russell explained was really good and kind of paramount in his decision to create this bourbon, because that type of flavor profile just went really well with his bourbon. So as you can see, I have a lot of turkey products here. I'm a big fan and looking forward to getting into this. So this is the third expression of the Master's Keep series. This had the 17-year and the decades were before it, and this is the third expression. Eddie Russell, the legendary distiller for Wild Turkey, he went himself to Spain and picked out the sherry casks on his own. He wanted to taste the sherry and make sure that it was going to impart the exact flavor he wanted for his finished bourbon for this exact bottle. So really looking forward to getting into it. 1,600 cases were made, and I believe this was launched in June. All right, guys, so I'm excited. Let's get into this bottle. Just such a nice bottle, so let's kind of get into this cork here. And if it's anything like the other Master's Keep, this cork is going to be pretty heavy. And, oh, there it is. Oh, and it is heavy. Ooh, be careful, this thing can kill a man. All right. All right, here we go. Now, do I want to do a generous pour of this because it's kind of a little bit of a collector's box? Yes, I do. All right, here we go. Yes, there it is. All right, let's put a cork in this one. All right, let's give it a second to swirl and open up here. Now, this is 101 proof. Not unlike their Wild Turkey 101, so I'm going to get some of those same flavors in here that I'm so used to 101, which is right here, which I'd love to drink all the time. All right, here we go. Let's get into the nose. Let's see what we got. Very citrusy. Getting that raisin flavor. Not unlike the nose from the 101. Let's give it some more time here. Getting a little strawberry on the nose. I think that's strawberry. Yeah, like strawberry preserves. Wow, really interesting. I'm definitely getting that oak. Getting that that typical wild turkey nuttiness and the oak, and let's see. Now as it's sitting here, now it's getting a little bit fruitier. Citrus, still getting the strawberries. A little bit of vanilla, a little hint of vanilla. Really, a really inviting nose. I mean, it smells delicious. Yeah, same thing. I mean, maybe a little bit of maple syrup in there. I mean, really good stuff. All right. I don't think I went over this with you guys, but kind of take a look at the color there. It is super, super thick. It's sticking to the glass, got a lot of legs. It's got a kind of a golden honey, maple syrup type color to it. Yeah, the longer it sits, it's getting even a little bit sweeter here. That strawberry note is really coming through. It smells so good. All right. All right, let's see if the nose matches the flavor. Here we go. Cheers. Whoa. Oh, that is really delicious. Ooh, even on the first sip, I'm getting flavor. A lot of flavor. Let me do that second sip before I give you my tasting notes here. Wow. All right, a lot going on. Super, super delicious. Oh wow, so you do get those sweet fruits. It doesn't taste like strawberry jam like on the nose, but there is a fruitiness to it. There is vanilla, there is maple syrup. It's like syrupy pancakes. I'm getting like that bread flavor, like maple syrup over pancakes. It's becoming a little tropical now. I'm getting tropical fruits. Wow. Okay, but then so being 101 proof, I am getting the warm and fuzzies down here. It is, you definitely feel it. But the one thing I was worried about being a sherry cask is sometimes, sherry, I can hear it can kind of dry you out, and I'm not getting a drying feeling at all in the palate. It's actually making me like salivate. I kind of want more. It's really good. On the end, you're really getting those wild turkey 101 notes, but they are completely elevated. And becomes even more fruit forward. It's delicious. Let me go back in here. We can talk a little bit more about the finish. All right, so fruit forward, coming back. It's that maple syrup pancakey. You get apricots, maybe some peach there. You are getting the quintessential wild turkey 101 notes, but it takes a long time to get there. Those don't come through until kind of the very end. What's really impressive to me is that the sherry finish hasn't overtaken anything on the bourbon. It's only kind of brought out more flavors into it and imparted way more of uniqueness, and it's really, really delicious. It's kind of changing the whole changing the entire flavor profile. Really on the front, but on the end, you are tasting that 101, that wild turkey quintessential flavor. It's really, really good. Yeah, that leather, the oak, and the spice, it's kind of all in the end, but when you first sip it, you're getting a lot of those influences, I think, from the sherry. It really does a great job of just balancing it out, and I think the sherry is just enhancing the flavors. rather than fighting with them. So, and that was the one thing I was kind of worried about, you know, when I bought this. Just a delicious bourbon. Wow, guys. I am loving this. This is really good. Very, I want to say it's super unique, but I don't think it's super unique. I just think the sherry finishing just enhanced the flavors of the wild turkey, and it's just a really great job. It's giving you some really good, amazing notes on the nose. I mean, I really was getting strawberries and like the maple syrup. It was really good. But then when you have it on the palate and you kind of take a couple sips, you can see how those flavors are just kind of enhancing the already amazing wild turkey flavor profile. So I really like it a lot. It is really good. So next question. This bottle was about $135 retail. Do I feel like it's worth it? I think if you're an everyday drinker and 101 is your thing and you just want to kind of sip on either that or even the Russell's Reserve, you know, more power to you. That sounds great. I love these bottles. But if you're kind of a wild turkey nut and you really want to try 101 at these and kind of kicked it up a notch to these enhanced flavors that 101 has, I think you're really, really going to enjoy this. If not buy it, then definitely grab a pour of it somewhere. Alright guys, so that's it for this review. My next review, I found something in the store a little bit I was curious about. So I'm going to be reviewing this guy, which is the Calumet Farms. This is a 12-year bourbon. I've had the 10-year to know that there was a 12-year. This is kind of a spooky bourbon, not really sure where the juice is coming from, but the 10-year that I had was pretty good, so I'm curious to know what an extra 2 years did to this bottle. So that'll be my next review. Like I said, really appreciate you watching. Check me out on Instagram, The Mash and Drum. Subscribe, leave a comment, and as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, but it's the people you share it with. Cheers, everyone. I'm gonna drink more.